Hello, Samadhi, my yoga family, the community, my yoga home. And here I am in my home, my other home. And I am coming to you to spend a few moments here in standing. So a lot of folks have been saying that they are sitting a lot, whether they're working remotely, maybe they're on their devices a lot. I mean, we tend to do that, many of us, in our day-to-day lives anyway. So this is a good opportunity to come up vertical and to begin to tune in to what's going on in the body and to switch things up a little bit. So come into standing if you're not already, and notice what it feels like to have your feet on the earth. You could think about the inner blades, the big toe side, the outer blades, the pinky toe side, and maybe rolling or rocking a little toward the balls of your feet and back towards your heels, grounding down into all four corners of your feet. So I never thought about having corners of my feet until I was in a class one time and a teacher said, ground down into all four corners. And I thought, oh, wow, it's an interesting way to conceptualize the feet and how we can try to become more conscious of balance. And part of how we balance is to distribute the weight as evenly as we can and as equally as we can through different, whatever it is that we're placing our weight on, hands or feet, knees, whatever it might be, to just think about ways to, I don't know, I think about if you were to construct a table, you know, to put things on, that if you had really, really, really big feet, I think of how stable that table will be. And sometimes that comes to mind when I'm doing yoga. So you have your feet and your knees and your hips and your shoulders. And let's bring the arms overhead. We'll come into Tadasana, into mountain pose. You can create sort of a bigger V if you'd like. That feels better for your shoulders. You can always bring your arms down at your sides, and perhaps here playing with drawing the elbows in a little bit closer, the arms in a little bit closer, and then as you exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Take a deep breath in, interlace your fingers, and as you exhale, reach forward through your palms, hi there, and then inhale your arms up toward the sky. Really lengthen your side body, maybe a little bit of wriggling from side to side, and then as you exhale, let your arms come back down. Bring your arms out to the sides, and then bring them back behind you. Draw your upper arm bones in toward each other. Lift up in your heart. Beautiful. Breathe deeply. You could come into Mula Bandha here, squeezing your groin. And then release. Notice how your hands sort of float back at your heart. Take a deep breath in, interlace your fingers. We'll do this one more time, reaching forward through the palms. Maybe as if you're pressing something away that you are not in the mood for or you don't want in your life. And then inhale your arms up and overhead. Exhale. This time, hands come directly behind you. If it doesn't work for you to interlace your fingers, you could clasp an opposite wrist. Shrug your shoulders back, stand tall, maybe lift your toes. And then bring your hands back together at your heart. And then release your arms down at your sides. And we're going to take a few integrating breaths. So coming into three-part Dirga breath. So we breathe in through the belly, and then the breath rises up into the ribs, maybe even thinking about them expanding up into the chest, maybe up into your collarbones or your throat. And then as you exhale, everything presses down. Think of releasing the breath as a way of getting more grounded, and squeeze your groin at the bottom of your exhale. And then allow for this beautiful, generous inhale, filling belly and ribs and chest. Maybe you get a little bit taller, and then as you exhale, letting that go. We'll add in the Ujjayi breath. So it's a ocean sounding breath. It sounds sort of like the wind through the trees. So you could think about your hand as being a mirror, and as if you're going to fog the mirror. So even if Ujjayi breath is something that you've done before, maybe you've done it many times, maybe you've done it thousands of times, there's nothing wrong with coming back to the fundamentals, coming back to a beginner's mind, humbling in a way that's really healthy. And, you know, maybe you learn something new. So as if you had a mirror in front of you, take a breath in and then fog the mirror. And then as if you could unfog it. And we'll do that again. Fog your mirror, inhale, unfog it. And then release your hand down. And now we'll try doing that with the mouth closed and your breath is coming in and out through your nose. So. Little pause. Exhale. Little pause. We'll do that one more time. Inhale. Really tall. You could squeeze your groin here. Hold, hold, hold the breath. And then let the breath go. Bring your hands together at your heart. Close your eyes. Go inside. Thank yourself for taking the opportunity to spend these few minutes on yourself with compassion and kindness. Maybe a little something new or a reminder, sense of community, knowing that we're all in this together. This is a unique time. Always good to come back to getting grounded and standing on one's feet is grounding. It's also can be a change moving into the vertical. And we'll seal our time together, joining our voices with the song of Om, or if you prefer, you can just take in the vibration. Take a deep breath in. The light in me honors and bows to the light in you. Namaste. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Be well.